What's going on, everybody? This is Durell with your Motivational Moment. Today, I want to talk about honesty and leadership. Now, I always talk about your journey and your progression in your journey and going along and growing and things of that sort, but I never really talk about the leader in this journey, which hopefully is you or someone who you look up to or who is inspiring to you. So I'm talking about today is honesty and leadership. The first thing is, first and foremost, you want to be honest with yourself. That's key, and that's what I call diving into the deep, dark corners of your soul and being true with yourself and understand that you are human. You are not perfect, and that is okay because you're human, and you can't be 100% all the time. You're not great at everything. That's something that that's a pill you have to swallow, and you have to understand and come to grips with that you don't know everything and you can't do everything by yourself. The second thing is you want to be able to be honest and be true to the people who are in your circle, right? You don't have to sit there and tell your whole life story to them and to everybody who comes into your circle, but there are some people who need to see the real you, right? See the real you. I always think of the Future Mask Off song, not to give him any more plugs than he already has, but right, that you don't need to have a mask with everybody. Some people need to see you for you, right? They need to see you in your vulnerability, right? And that's the beauty of being a leader, where you can be honest and be vulnerable with people who are in your circle. This gives you the human touch, gives you the feel that you are reachable, you are approachable, and you are going through the same type of struggles that the people who are following you and the people who are inspired by you are also dealing with. So, and you also want to be able to be as transparent as you can, man. You want to be transparent. You want to let people know that, hey, I have bad days just like you do. I don't like Mondays either. Things of that sort. You want to be able to be open with them, and you want to be honest with them, and you want to, first thing you really want to know, let them know that, or you as first, you want to be able to say to yourself, I am not going to be able to be a good leader if I'm not honest with myself. And you can't lead anybody if you're not honest with yourself first, because if that's the case, you're going to be faking at some point, and then one day you're just going to hit a wall and you're not going to be able to fake it anymore. So you don't want to go into a leadership position or being a leader at in any rate without being honest and true to yourself. And the third thing is you want to lead in boldness and in truth, or what people refer to as confidence, right? You want to be confident in yourself, be confident in your gift, be confident in your craft, and you want to be able to step foot out there with confidence. Like for all you football heads out there now, like if there's a quarterback that's not skilled and not confident in his skills, that's a football team that lacks leadership. True, you have a coach on the sideline telling you what plays to run, telling you what coverage to look out for, but if the quarterback can't execute, that is a team that lacks leadership, and they're not going to win many games because the offensive line is not going to be able to protect the quarterback like they're supposed to. One, because they don't trust him. They don't think he's going to make a good enough decision to put a touchdown on the board in the first place. And two, the defense is not going to really want to put their best foot forward because they're going to be out there the whole game because he's not able to lead on the offensive end to put points on the board. So you want to be able to lead with confidence. And if you as a leader, back to your circle of influence, right, your people in your circle, if you feel like someone in your circle is not as good at something that they feel like they're good at, that comes with hard conversation. You have to have those hard conversations with some of those people. Be like, hey, man, you need to work on this. I know you think that's your bread and butter, but really you're lacking in this area, and this is what I think you need to do to get better. You always want to come with solutions. You don't want to just come with criticism out the gate, even though it's constructive criticism. People don't take constructive criticism well because they don't like to be told they're not good at something. So you always want to say, hey, you need to work on this, and this is what I did to help me when I was in your position. You always want to come with a solution, come with a suggestion, and even though you're coming at them with something that is not as lack of a better term, they don't have an appetite for that. They don't have an appetite for you telling them they're not good at something. So you want to be able to say, hey, this is what I did to help me, and I think this is going to help you, so you should try it. You should do this, and that should help you get along and get further and be able to be successful in this area. You always want to make sure you are building people and not tearing them down. You don't want to chop people off at the knee and then sit there and watch them suffer and then wonder why they're not walking with you. You want to be able to build people up and make sure that they are continuously running and walking with you as you grow as a leader. If you don't have anybody following you, as the old saying goes, you're just taking a walk. So you don't want to just be taking a walk. You want to have people following you for the right reasons, and you want them to be growing as you are growing. And eventually they're going to branch off and become leaders in their own right and have their own set of followers. And they'll be just as good, if not better than you as a leader. So, and that's what you want. You want people who want to eventually lead one day, and you want to be able to say, I was able to help them in their growth as a leader, right? You want that. That's what you want. That's what everybody should want, right? In some way, shape, or form. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You don't have to be all on stage. You don't have to get a whole bunch of praise for anything, but people know what you've done for them. People, they know, they never forget. They may act like they forgot, or, as a phrase I always say, oh, how quickly we forget the things that people do for us. But the people really remember. They know what you do for them, whether they go out and broadcast it to their friends or not. They know. They're not crazy, and neither are you. So do it. As I always say, always act in love and do it out of love. And sometimes you have to be the example and always lead with kindness and always be ready and willing and able to help when the time allows and when the situation arises for you to lend a hand and be a shoulder for someone or be a networking piece for somebody. You want to be able to do that for people. So always be a good leader, man. Always strive to be a good leader and be well understood and lead with confidence, man, and be honest with yourself and be honest with those people and always look forward for growth and look forward to the future. Okay. So, and as always, man, act in love and do the right thing because it needs to be done. This is Durell with your Motivational Moment. Y'all have a good day.